Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I've got some packages to share with you. Also going to be doing my nails in this video. I hope you enjoy, and again, thank you so much for stopping by. And for this set today, I am using a mix of products as you can see on the screen. I have not used Couture products in a couple of months, and I wanted to kind of get back to them and start using them again because I've got quite a few products that I need to use from Couture before I go and get anything else. So I'd love to use what I have already. I love my new phone case so much. It is so super cute. It just reminded me of gems that we put on our nails. So I had to get it. I'm sure that I will be changing it up soon because I love to change out the cases. But I just wanted to show you that really quickly, and just if you're interested, I will link it down below with also the type of phone that I have. So yes, I will link that if you're interested. I'm just going to try my best to shape these up as best as I can. I do get a little bit off of camera a little bit later on in the video, and my apologies for that. I was trying to get a specific angle on my nails, and I must have looked away for a minute because when I record, I look through my phone, but for some reason I got off camera. So sorry for that. But I am practicing my little moon shape, and because these are shorties, I had to make sure that that little moon shape was, as good as I could get it. So the key to a good manicure, especially if you're doing it at home, is a really good prep. I find it so interesting when people don't use primer at all or barely even do a prep and their nails still last. So that just goes to show you that everyone's nails are different. Some people have oily nail beds than others, or more oily nail beds than others, and we've got different sized nails, and some nails, everyone's nails are shaped different. So what works for me might not work for you. So that's why I always say in a lot of my videos is try different products and see what works for you. A lot of people I hear don't even like gel, and a lot of it is probably because they're allergic to it. But if you look for HEMA-free products, you'll probably do a lot better with gel. But a lot of people just don't like gel. They're just not gel girlies. I'm a gel girly. I'm not an acrylic girly. I've been doing gel for so long, even though I started off with, when I first started and, started to do my nails, and many years ago, I started with acrylic. And for some reason, excuse me, for some reason, I just couldn't stand. I couldn't figure out what it was, but then I figured it out that it was the smell of the monomer that bothered me so much. And recently, I have figured out or found out that there's low odor monomers and there's monomers that don't smell so much. I actually have a brand new bottle of monomer that I got recently, and I still have yet to use it. I think there's a couple of other brands like Young Nails that there's monomer doesn't smell as much, and I want to give that a try. But so I do want to try acrylic again, and then I keep saying it, but then I revert back to gel, and I go back to gel, and I go back to gel, and I think it's just because of that monomer smell. I'm like almost nervous to open the bottle because it gives me such a headache. But I do have windows all around my house. I've got masks that I wear. I do have a little, what is it called? It like sucks out all the dust and stuff from the air. So I turn that on, and hopefully that'll suck in a little bit of the smell of the monomer. So I do a couple of things to try to prevent me from smelling that monomer so much. But I do want to get back into to acrylic because I do miss working with it. But because I had, I've been doing gel for so long, I just have become a gel girly. But gel is not for all the girlies. Some girlies just just can't do it with gel, and I totally understand. And some gel girlies feel the same way about acrylic. And I feel like polygel is almost a cross between both acrylic and gel. So polygel, if you have never tried polygel before, I would suggest maybe using a polygel. Some of the gels can be a little bit runny depending on what gel you are using. So if you are new to gel and you're using a runnier gel, maybe try a gel that's a little bit more thick so it won't run as much. There's also dual forms. Dual forms are these little molds that you put the gel inside of and then push it on your nail. You don't take it off. You do not remove it. You leave it on your nail. And you put your hand in the nail lamp, and then when you you cure it, and then when you take your hand out, you can pop off that dual form, and you have a gel nail that you formed. And you didn't have to use a fake, or I shouldn't say fake, but you didn't have to use a tip for. So, I don't know. That's just a couple of tips just in case you didn't know. Because I know that some people get a little bit nervous with gel and gel products and things like that. But if you're a little bit weary about using gel because of allergies, I would suggest using HEMA-free products. So we are done with putting on all 5 nails with the bubblegum gel from Nail Couture. Now we are just going to just file a little bit around the cuticles and just make sure that we are good to go ahead and add our gel colors. So we are going to be using 2 polishes from Madam Glam today. I'm going to show you what those are. I could have actually waited to file a little bit. I could have waited to cut these down a little bit into square shape and then filed, but it didn't bother me to file now. We might get some thunderstorms. I just got an alert on my phone, and I think I just heard a little bit of thunder. So we will see. And thunderstorms are not my favorite at all. Don't really like them. Not a fan. I'm all set. Like, I'm okay. I've never liked them. So, yeah. Girly, no, I don't like them. So, in just a minute here, I am going to grab my tip cutter and just cut just a tiny bit off of the length of what we have here. Just a little bit, just to form them into a square shape. These are currently oval, so I want them to be square shape, so we're just going to cut them down just a little bit. We are going to see how long this lasts. I decided to kind of come away from the nail glue and base coat that I have been using from Beetles. I, for some reason, have been getting a lot of lifting, so I said, let me change it up. So I went back to Nail Couture products. So let's see what happens. I might just switch to my new Melody Susie, one of my new Melody Susie drills soon, because although I like this one and it is rechargeable without a cord, someone did send this to me, so I'm so super appreciative of it. It's just a little bit long and it's getting a little bit heavy, so the newest one that I just unboxed is super lightweight, so I think that I might want to try that one out. So I'll check and see which one I want to use, but I might have to put this one away for now. Because, yeah, in my opinion, if you are, I mean, I don't do a lot of e-filing. I do more hand filing. I think it's easier for me, easier on my hands. It's quicker for me, quicker than an e-file for me. But I do love to do cuticle work with e-files. So I don't want something that's going to be heavy in my hand, especially if I'm doing, I don't want to say long periods using the e-file, because I never am using the e-file that much. I might use it in intervals, throughout the manicure, but I'm not using it for like long, extended periods of time. So yes, but although, I mean, even though I don't use it for long, I'm not using it for a long time, I still want it to be lightweight. So I definitely want to use one of my new Melody Susie drills. Definitely going to be doing that because I want something a little bit lighter for my hand. Now, I am new to doing this moon shape. I love doing this moon shape recently. I do love a good square, but for some reason, I just love that shape. And I'm loving the way that these little shorties look with that moon shape. I don't know, it just gives it it just gives it like almost a personality to the square shape. I don't know how to like describe it, but it's just that little detail I think that just kind of makes the set. So I do love the moon vibe, the moon shape. I'm really liking it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, if I can speak, is I'm going to clean up my area. I'm gonna finish my right hand probably off camera, although I started it with you all. I'm going to put on those two colors off camera. I'm going to put the rest of this stuff away because I really want to share a couple of things that I got from Amazon with you. So let me just clean this up real quick. Oh, real quick. If you were wondering, not sure if you're wondering, but just if you were, these are the tips that I used today, and I really like these. You can find these on Amazon. They're just oval, but I cut them into square, and then I did that little tiny little baby moon shape. I'm practicing on my little moon shape, so hopefully I did well, but I've only tried it one other time. I'm not great at it, but I think these came out okay, and I did them little shorties because, again, I need them short for work. Not that I can't wear them long for work, but I need to be able to manage. So this is why I like to wear them not as long. But yeah, I really like these, and I'll make sure to link these down below. I'm going to push these to the side. I am going to wipe off my surface real quick. Alright. I got if I can see a few things on Amazon. I'm probably not going to, I might split this into two different videos maybe. I still have another video that I need to record for you. All this package, and there's the tiniest little thing in there. Let's start with that thing first. I got some new nail tips that I really want to try out. If I can get this out of here. I got some new stickers. And I'm waiting to kind of have a bunch of stickers so I can do a new like sticker organization type video. So let's open these up and see what these look like. I believe this is a 9-piece. I will leave the link down below to where I got these. So let's just start one by one. I think that these are beautiful. They are cherry blossoms. I really have been wanting to do a cherry blossom set. They do have a little bit of texture to them. I don't know if you can see that, but they are beautiful. Look at them. They're really pretty. So I can't wait to use these. I think there are, oh, okay. I thought there were two sets of, okay, so this is not the 9-piece. I'm sorry. This is a 2, 4, 5, 6-piece of flowers. I think the other one I got maybe has a 2-piece of cherry blossom. Put these the right side so you can, right side up so you can see what these look like. I think that these are really beautiful as well. Perfect for spring, the season that we are in right now, although it is going by so fast. It is flying by. I don't know if anyone else agrees, but I think that spring is just flying on by really quickly. In a couple of days, it's already been 2 months since my fur baby has left us already, and I can't believe it. I'm thinking maybe on the 2 month of her being gone, I might do some sort of like set for her, maybe. I was thinking, I don't know. I was thinking of maybe doing that, but we'll see. More flowers, really, really pretty. I've got 2 more here. I love all of these colors, by the way. Please excuse my nails. I need to finish them and add some cuticle oil. Fix up my sides a little bit, so please excuse them. Please, please excuse them. But yes, very, very pretty flowers. And we've got 1 more here. Once again, I love these colors, and they are a bit textured. I don't know if you can see that, but they are beautiful. Love, love, love these. Okay, so that is that. That is a 30-gram bottle, or squeezy tube, by the way. 30 grams. We also have here some Mifa, I think that's how you pronounce it, tips. They say gel nail tips, but we'll see about that. I don't know if they're actually gel, even though they say that they're gel. You all know, or if you don't know, if you go to put alcohol on it and it turns white, your nail tip, it is not gel. So if that happens to you and you're wondering why, that's because they're not gel. I know. I know. Why put it on there if it's not gel? But I have had some tips that have said that they're gel and then they have gone white on me. But this is a 300 piece, 15 sizes. It says no file because they are already, does this have tape? Yes, it does. I don't want to ruin my nail before I finish them. All right. Let me not shake it too hard. So this is what they look like, and they are pre-etched or buffed. So you do not have to go ahead and buff them, which is what I like to do, which is what I did with these here. See if you can see down here, they are buffed, and the other side up here is clear. So you do not have to go ahead and buff them, like I said. So these are nice, and I can't wait to try these out to see how they work and last on me. This is another nail art, I guess, tool or supply that I like to kind of see what works for me. I have a ton of nail tips. Some of them were too small. Some of them, well, it's better for the tip to be too big because you can file it down to fit your size. But if they're too small, then they just are not going to fit you, right? So I have already gone through a lot of my tips, and I have decided what I'm going to use for practice, what I'm going to use for myself, and then I actually bought some tips that I thought I was going to use to make some press-ons. So I have some really, really long press-on nails that I guess I'll just hold on to for whoever, I don't know, maybe somebody wanted me to make them a set someday. I really thought that I wanted to sell press-on nails, and I felt like maybe it's just, I don't know, it's a super saturated business right now, and I don't know. I just feel like it'd be, I don't know, it'd be a lot to have to make like 50 nail sets at one time and you be by yourself and have to do all that on your own. I thought about it and I was like, oh my goodness. And I see how hard and how overwhelming it can be. Not that it always is for everyone, but I do see what people go through and I'm like, man, like I just want to make, I just want to make them and make people happy. I don't want there to be, you know, any of that, because it's not easy, I feel like, to sell nail tips. First of all, you have to figure out people's sizes, and then you just have to, there's so much, I don't want to get all into that, but there's so much that you have to deal with. It's not just taking a nail, painting it, sending it off. There's a lot that you have to deal with. You've got to buy your inventory. There's a lot of things that you need to do, which I have a lot of inventory. I definitely have a startup, but you also need to have, I was going to say clients. You also want to have customers that are going to want to purchase from you, right? And I wouldn't even have a problem if I sold a set here and a set there, just because I think that'll be so much fun. And I actually have already, not sold, but I have already made some tips for someone more recently on TikTok. So that was a lot of fun and she loved them. So I don't know. I think that maybe I will just hold on to what I have and kind of just obviously make myself a bunch of sets, because that is what I love to do. I love to do my own nails. I am not a nail or I'm not a professional. I just love to do my own nails. So maybe I'll just keep a lot of what I have for the future if somebody wanted me to make them some sets. So that is that. I don't know. I don't want to go too deep into that combo. Let's see what is here. Let's open up one more package, and then I've got 4 other packages that I'll probably share off in another video with you. Here I have Gaioi nail glue. This is another nail glue along with the Model 1 rhinestone glue that I do want to use. I also ended up getting the Gaioi rhinestone nail glue. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. And like I said, I like to try a couple of products because the Model 1s wasn't really working out for me, and I did give it a go. I wanted to try some other rhinestone glue, and I'm sorry, this is not rhinestone glue. This is the solid nail glue that I want to use to adhere my nails with. So this is nail glue gel. This is solid, see? Solid nail glue gel, and this is rhinestone glue gel. So I didn't get the other Melody Susie one yet, like I said I was going to do, but I haven't gotten the one yet, that one yet. So, and now I have in here this adorable, I think that this is really cute that they put it in this little bag. Maybe this was like old packaging or something that they had. I think that's funny. So they give you a little cuticle stick, a little file, and a prep pad in here. I gotta see if this is all that comes in the kit. I believe so. But this is from MEKK, Meek. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. This is more solid nail glue gel. It is non-stick. It says strong UV LED, and this is a 15-gram pot. Of course, it is sealed, so I can't wait to use that. But what I really got this little kit was, and this kit was really affordable. If you're looking for if I can close this, if you're looking for an affordable kit to do your nails with, this will get you going. This will at least, well, you would need nails too, but these things right here, not including like a nail primer or dehydrator, but these things right here is maybe a base coat. They're the only things that you need to do your nails. So you'd probably, or maybe so you need a base coat, a top coat, and maybe a primer and a dehydrator. And you would be able to do your nails with this kit right here. So that's that. And the reason why I got this kit was for this right here. Specifically for this one. Oh, it's smaller than what I thought. I really thought that it was bigger. It is so tiny. It is so tiny. Look at my finger. Look at my pinky. Oh, it's so little. Like, look at it. Compared to the Nail Couture flashy lamp. Look how little it is. Oh, it's so tiny. I kind of actually really like it, this little, actually. You charge it right here. It kind of looks like it has little cat ears. It's a nice, kind of smooth finish to it. It's got a power button. The light comes from here. I'll turn it on in a second. It comes with a USB cord to charge it up. I'm sure if you charge it, it'll last for a while. I have to read a little bit more about it to see how long it lasts for, because I can't understand what this says here, but it does say that it is a 3-watt lamp, mini USB, DC 5.7, 48 gram. That's all I can read. Hand lights. And I'm not sure if there are different colors. This was the only kit that I saw with this guy in it. I didn't mind the color, and I like it because it stands up. Isn't that cool? So when you're doing your nails, you can just stand it right up. It's one of those that you can flash cure your nails quickly. So if I've got a rhinestone there, I can go ahead. Oh, look, it's already charged, and I can go ahead and cure it. Isn't that cool? That's what it looks like on the bottom. Super cute, right? And you know why this is perfect? This is perfect on the go. If you are on the go in a hurry, you're going on vacation, this is all you need. Like I said, your little prep pad, your cuticle stick, your little file. You might want to bring a bigger nail file just because this one is small and you might just run through it really quickly. I would say a base coat, top coat, primer, dehydrator, some nails, and you are good to go. You're good to go with this little kit here. I can't get over this. This is so cute. And it comes already charged, which is really cool. I'm trying to feel the heat from here. I wouldn't say it is super hot compared to maybe the other lamps that I have used. But I think it is only a 3 watt. So it's probably good to cure some rhinestones. But we're going to test it out. Probably not in this video, but we've got to test it out and see how well it works. But again, I will leave it in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I need to go finish my right hand off camera. I will leave everything in the description box below. Let me know what was your favorite product in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.